Hello, friends and members of the Creation Research Society. Dr. Brown here. Today on our member spotlight, we're joined by Alan White. Now, Alan is somebody who I have actually met in person, which is not always the case. So I met Alan at one of our CRS conferences 2 years ago. Alan, thanks for joining us today.
You're welcome. Glad to be here.
First, off topic, how how many CRS conferences have you been to?
Oh, wow. Not as many as a lot of people, probably eight, something in that
Okay,
range, I'd
well,
say. Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
six more than me. So
Okay. Good
um,
point.
the first one I went to was the one that where I met you. Um,
Okay.
I was still just new on the scene, still am. I'm still
Right.
learning and meeting new people. But I remember meeting you there,
Okay.
and so give us. You have a very interesting background in science, PhD from Harvard University in organic chemistry.
Correct.
Um, Give us some background on that. How did you get into science? We'll take the science side first. We'll bring the Bible side in after.
Okay. Um, my parents gave me a chemistry set when I was 7 years old. Okay. And I knew from that time that I wanted to be a chemist, believe it or not. And so I went to University of Tennessee, Knoxville, got a bachelor's in chemistry there, went on to Harvard, got a PhD there. And God just made me to be able to do chemistry. That separates me from about 98% of the population who hate chemistry.
I was gonna
Okay.
ask,
I, yeah.
what does one do with chemistry?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I ended up working at Eastman Chemical Company, uh, fixing processes, designing new organic materials, and then I got into polymers, and I designed new polymers, and including a biodegradable one, and then I helped them fix their processes when they were broken. And so that's basically what I did at Eastman. Yeah,
So you
but
went the industry route with your
I
science.
did,
Okay.
I did, I did.
So what we love about the society and folks like you, your story, is we do not want to minimize the value of science. We want young people to pursue science and to love science. God created science. Science is the study of the
Hmm.
world that God created. So we like that side of it. Now give us a glimpse of how you integrate science and a biblical worldview.
Okay, good. I became a follower of Christ around the age of 13. And I went through most of my education trying to figure out how to put those together.
Sure.
And in chemistry, you can avoid most of the big issues that are creation evolution related. And that's what happened. And then when I came to Eastman, somebody challenged me, a friend of mine who's also a follower, to read a bunch of the creation literature, and I started reading it. I loved it. I saw it helped me put the two together,
Hmm.
and I immediately saw. Uh, God helped me to see that they do fit together, and I basically spent a lot of time speaking, some time writing, trying to help people see that what we see in this world fits with what the Bible says.
So, is it safe to say, and correct me if I'm interpreting this wrong, you were a Christian early on,
Yeah.
but you were kind
Yes.
of agnostic towards the topic of creation evolution? You just kind of avoided it? Is
I avoided it to some degree, but I was never a fan of evolution.
okay.
I never liked. I never understood it. It didn't really make sense to me, and it
Something was
didn't. I
wrong
didn't
there.
believe
Yeah.
something was wrong there, and I didn't. But I didn't get into the details of it. I mean, I believed in creation, and when somebody would say, "Hey, all about evolution," I'd say, "Wow, that doesn't make sense to me." But I didn't really try to formally put those together until I really got out of graduate school. Yeah,
Gotcha. No, and
yeah,
that's interesting. I like in your story how it was somebody else who kind of challenged
yeah,
you and made you think about it.
yeah,
And I think
yeah,
that's an important role for all of us to have. We don't have to debate with everyone and get everyone day one to agree, but to just start planting seeds of well,
yeah,
what do you think about this? And get
yeah,
people to start looking into these things. So
yeah.
you I'm going to go out on a limb and guess as a chemist you're especially interested in origin of life claims made
Yes.
by evolutionists. How
Yes,
does
you're right.
chemistry have to do with that?
A whole lot. Matter of fact, I think that trying to explain how dead, lifeless chemicals come to life is one of the most difficult thing, if not the most difficult thing for an atheist or agnostic to do. And they even admit it now. I mean, they've almost given up in a lot of regards on origin of life research because they've been unsuccessful. And some of them even see how they're not even expecting to be successful at this point. And so because the statistics are just incredibly in favor of somebody did it. Okay, I mean God, somebody designed it because having those things, having DNA and proteins and all that come together at the same time, work together is just impossible.
Yeah. So to chemists out there,
Yeah,
like Alan and others,
yeah,
I really think chemists have um, so much to offer on that origin of
yeah.
life critique,
Hmm.
and I really appreciate when Christian chemists get involved in that.
Yeah, yeah. It's been fun
Yeah.
for me. Yeah.
Okay. So you said you speak, so people could
Hmm.
what? Do you have a website or email you or contact you? How if someone wanted Alan White to speak on chemistry,
Um,
what would they do?
Yeah, just a my email is alan123white@gmail.com. I'm also on canopyministries.org, one word, canopy, canopyministries.org. We have a small group here in Northeast Tennessee,
Okay.
and so I'd be glad to speak, online or potentially go to wherever I need to go. So yeah, yeah.
We'll
And
put
I've
a
spent
link in. Go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah, if you would. And I've spoken a lot internationally too. I've spoken in Peru a number of times, in Italy a number of times, and so and a number of other countries too. So I've enjoyed doing that too.
All right. You get last word here. I want you to kind of outline what you think are maybe some of the largest challenges or opportunities that lie ahead for the creation movement, and then
Okay.
finish us off with an important Bible verse to you that keeps you going.
Okay, very good. The area that I'm the most interested in right now is the soft tissue and fossils. It fits my expertise well. I looked at polymer degradation at the time, and I'm looking at for opportunities to get into that. And so, to me, I think that's probably from a chemistry standpoint, is the most powerful evidence of a young Earth and
Sure.
of design. And so, I'm also working trying to revitalize at this point an effort on we called it ocean geochemistry, or we called it a rapids project, looking at how uh, geological layers might have been laid down in the chemistry of that related to what happened during the flood. So I'm also trying to help with that effort. It's at and trying it, we did it 10 years ago, and now some people are interested in trying to revitalize it. And so yeah, I'm doing that. And so I think that's it. I mean, my favorite verse um, is one that's very familiar to people. Okay, is uh, Genesis 1:28. No, excuse me, 1:27. He created man in his own image, in the image of God. He created him, male and female. He created them. And I've even
Amen.
done a bunch of speaking lately, trying to help people understand that there really are just two genders. And so I've trying to help people see the obvious biology there and whatever. But it just to me that God created us for his glory and for our good. To
Amen.
me is special.
No, that sums it up nicely. In His image. That's why we are doing what
That's
we
right.
do.
Yeah.
Well, Alan, thanks for giving us some time today and joining the show.
Okay. You're welcome. Glad to be here.
So, if you are a chemist out there, or a physicist, or a biologist, or an educator, a
Yeah.
science minded person that's interested in being involved in the creation science movement, then join the Creation Research Society. Our objective is to connect folks like Alan and others who are interested in these topics. So, get on board. We'd love to have you part.